How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the DadBod Squad. My name's Brent, and before you sits almost $8,000 worth of fine Daniel Defense firearms and firearm accessories. Even though they're made by the same manufacturer, there are tons of differences we're going to get into a little bit later, but my question for you now is this. If both of these were completely free, and you could only choose one, which one you grabbing? Today's contestants, the Daniel Defense Mk18 and its big brother, the Daniel Defense DDM4V7. I'm going to do a quick top to bottom breakdown of each of these two firearms, and at the end, in the comments below, put your choice for which one you would grab if you were fortunate enough to be gifted one of these free of charge, free and clear. I'm not actually giving one of these away, guys, so don't go getting your hopes up, okay?
Yeah, I don't know, DadBod. Looks like right around that 51-second mark, people just stopped watching your video. I don't really know what happened, but I'm going to look into it.
Oh, okay, yeah, you do that. Up first, the Daniel Defense Mk18 pistol, chambered in 5.56. My dream home defense setup here, gentlemen, finally came true because the SilencerCo Saker 5.56K was just approved to become a member of the DadBod Squad, and we are so excited about it. Their K-can there, one of the shortest of their Saker models, right around 6 inches long, a little bit weighty, but quite honestly, one of the most rugged and robust cans on the market, and I could not be happier to have it. We're gonna go out and do a little shooting with it here pretty soon, and hopefully get some footage for you guys so you can actually see that my guns do actually fire. Hard to get to the range, guys, because you live in a big city sometimes. Let's get into the Daniel Defense a little bit more. SilencerCo Saker sitting up on top, 10.3-inch cold hammer forged chrome lined barrel with a 1-to-7 twist on there. Surefire scout light with touchpad sitting on top of the quad rails, wrapped all the way around 3, 6, 9, and 12 o'clock. Also sharing space up here to the Magpul M-Bus Pro backup iron sights. Some of the best ones on the market in my opinion, especially for the price. The Surefire Scout Light is what you need for home defense in my opinion. The touchpad is super easy to utilize. The battery in here is literally removable and you can plug a charger into the battery. So you're literally charging the battery on it. You just do that every couple of months just to make sure that it's topped off and no problems ever occur. The one strange thing to me is these RIS2 rails are absolutely amazing. A little weighty for what they are nowadays by comparison. A little obsolete, but despite how long those things have been manufactured, they never put a QD slot in them. So, because of that, you have to put a Magpul Picatinny QD slot on there too. So, we got one of those on there. Aimpoint T2 sitting up top. What more need I say about an Aimpoint T2 that hasn't been said already by better and smarter men than I? Magpul M-Bus Pro backup iron sights as well on here. Got your multiple reticle distance options there. 7075 T6 aluminum upper and lower on this. Unfortunately, not the RIS3 model, so not fully ambi, your standard controls, but this one does have a little bit of an upgrade in the form of a Radian Talon ambi safety selector and its standard Daniel Defense grip and rip charging handle. Law tactical folder on here would be phenomenal were it not for the fact that all it's folding up is a buffer tube and nothing more. And that's where my sadness comes in, because the ATF has removed the ability of pistol braces to be on these firearms, and as such, it's just sad. My home defense firearm is now not nearly as happy as it used to be, but I'm hoping that those bad ATF guys will have their stupid, silly rule overturned very, very soon. The other downside, in my opinion, for a high-end rifle is that it just comes with a regular mil-spec trigger. So I actually switched it out with a different mil-spec trigger, the LWRC mil-spec trigger. It's polished nickel, so it's a little smoother. About 6 pounds on this guy. No real wall, just kind of mushy. And then finally, you do have a clean, crisp break on there as well. All in all, overall fit and finish on this is phenomenal. Daniel Defense just makes some of the best stuff on the market without a doubt. Is it pricey? Yes. Is it worth it? Absolutely. Without a doubt. The downside, in my opinion, of course, being that the pistol brace on here is no longer an option. As far as differences go, that's where the biggest one comes in between this and the Daniel Defense. Obviously, you have around the same barrel length overall, so you get about 16 inches with your 10.3 inch barrel and your 6-inch suppressor. 16-inch barrel on the other one, but this one is obviously going to be a lot more quiet, a lot more flash suppression, but a lot harder to aim in my opinion because you don't have a pistol brace on the back anymore. So that mil-spec trigger in conjunction with the lack of a pistol brace, is that offset by the suppressor or does it not quite do enough to overcome those deficiencies? Or you could just pick the other rifles, which we're going to talk about now. And the other rifle is honestly what I think whenever I think quality AR. If I think quality AR, this comes to mind. The Daniel Defense DDM4V7, chambered in 5.56, 16-inch cold hammer forged chrome lined barrel on here. Nice A2 flash hider on there as well. DI operating system, 15-inch M-lock handguard, and I can hear it in the comments already. That guy's got a pistol light on a rifle. You're right, I do. It's a Surefire X300U and it works. It's better than having no light. And it really does kind of help keep the weight down on this. And in my opinion, that is what makes this a little more competitive than it used to be by comparison to the Mk18 when it had its pistol brace. Get your little front grip on there as well that always comes out of the box all the way up here at the front like you're some kind of giant. You got your 15-inch M-lock MFR handguard on there as well. Great lockup on that. Picatinny rail up top, M-lock slots all the way around. QD slots as well. There's 6 of them on that rail in the front. So you got plenty of spots and options, but wherever you want to put your QD mount, you have to move that little insert over the top of it. They do that to help keep the weight down on this, and it's pretty significant. It helps keep this rifle around the 6.5 pound mark. 7075 T6 aluminum upper and lower on this one. Again, not the Riz 3, so we're not fully ambi. We do have an ambidextrous safety selector that came standard with it, grip and rip charging handle as well, and EOTech EXP-S3 because, again, if you're thinking bomb-proof, you're thinking of a couple of different companies, and EOTech is one of the ones I think of. You've got your standard 6-position Daniel Defense stock on there. You got your nice Daniel Defense over-molded rubber grip there too. And the part that makes this one superior in my mind, I may have given away a little bit of the goat there, is this Geissele 2-stage SD3G trigger. No, sorry, SSAE trigger. What am I talking about? This is the SSAE trigger by Geissele. 2 stages, about 3.5 pounds. That first stage is just right up to a solid wall. And then about 2.5 more pounds and it just goes. It is a brilliant trigger in every sense of the word. And in my opinion, is what puts the Daniel Defense DDM4V7 rifle over the top for the one I would take for free if I were picking. I know, you're thinking to yourself, well, maybe you could find another stock along the way or something like that to put on it. Well, it'd still be illegal. And this is not a end of days type scenario. So even if you find a battlefield pickup for a stock for your Mk18, you can't put it on there because you'll be arrested. So in that case, all of the downsides of the Mk18 at this point outweigh the upsides of it with the suppressor. So my pick is the Daniel Defense DDM4V7. What are your thoughts, guys? Put your answer in the comments below for which one you would choose if you could have one of these completely free, no charge, and keep it for the rest of your life. To all my longtime subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being a part of the DadBod Squad. We really appreciate your support. From liking, subscribing, sharing the videos, watching on big screens even helps too. If this is your first time with us, welcome. We are so happy to have you. Thanks for being a part of the DadBod Squad. Beers in the fridge. We'll see you next time.